today, Paige Boone. So the teams are warmed up, ready to roll. Umpires going over some final instructions out there before they put the ball into play. Arden's Jewelers going south, Citizens going north. Both of these teams coming into the match with a 6-goal handicap for their team. Ball's in play, out of the throw-in there. Natividad, Ernesto Natividad working down along the boards, being pressured there by one of those Arden's players. Natividad down along the boards, play slowing down there. Lord Lyle being pressured pretty heavily there by Ernesto Natividad. Vita finding a little room to work there. Ernesto moving over, trying to push Tony off the play. Tony gets a little back shot away. Or excuse me, Ernesto with a back shot. Tony trying to hang on to the play, has left it behind there. Lord Lyle. Lord Lyle's got a little bit of room to work here. Looking downfield, Paige Boone hanging back, waiting to see what Lyle does. Lord Lyle sending a pass. Quick little pass down there for Tony Vita. Natividad trying to get in the way. Vita looking downfield, sends a pass out to the right. Lord Lyle jumping on that line. Next shot coming. Lord Lyle sending a little next shot towards the goal. Tony Vita working down towards the goal, trying to get in on the action there, and the ball worked out of there by the number 4, Nick Safuni. Safuni. Nice clearing effort there by Safuni as that ball was working dangerously down towards that Citizens goal. Now along the boards, Paige Boone working hard there with Pascarella, the number 2 in the purple jerseys. Pascarella clears Paige Boone on the play there. Boone clears out of the way, leaves the ball for Nick Safuni. Safuni hits the ball up and into the pack, finding Joe Watkins. Watkins hangs on to it there for the second. Now it's Tony Vita. Vita regains control for the team in purple, working out towards the center of the field. A little bit of room to work here. Tony Vita working around the outside of the pack. Safuni trying to hang back to put some pressure here on Vita. Vita still with control. Tony Vita, big wind up there, just tapping it forward. Vita, a little angled shot towards the goal, puts it right on through. Arden's Jewelers taking an early lead here in chukker number 1. The ball's back in play, rolls all the way through the pack, out the back door. Tony Vita settles on it, taps twice, now sends a pass out in front for Lord Lyle. Lyle all the way out in front of Natividad. A whistle sounds, stop the action here. One in favor of Citizens. It's Nick Safuni tapping forward here. Safuni. Nick Safuni's got a little bit of time here. No major defensive pressure. And then right out of nowhere, Tony Vita turns, challenges Safuni, and is off and running. Tony Vita working north. Nice little breakaway here by Tony Vita. Nice steal. Vita going to goal. Tony Vita. What an effort there by... Ball's back in play, out of the throw-in once again. Tony Vita. Vita leaves it behind. Alejandro Gonzalez there with the pass back out in front for Vita. Tony Vita tapping forward, going to goal. Natividad putting some pressure on him there. Tony Vita looking to make it 3 in a row. Tony Vita going to goal. What a goal. 3 goals in a row here. Out there today, give your team some cheers. They need a little bit of your support here. Tony Vita sticking it to him out there, part of the Arden's team. They're on top 3-0. Ball's back in play there on the midfield line. The number 2 there for the Arden's team. Pascarella. And worked over there by Natividad. Now Paige Boone. Boone trying to work out of the pack. Paige Boone moving over on the near side, trying to keep that ball away from the defending player. That's Tony Vita now on the near side. Ernesto Natividad tapping that ball away, dropping it back for Safuni. Safuni, a little bit of a problem picking it up there. And it's Lord Lyle. Lyle, little tail shot there by Lord Lyle now on the near side there. Joe Watkins now control regained by the team in purple. That's Tony Vita. Tony tapping forward. Tony got Ernesto Natividad working in on him. Tony Vita sends the ball down the line. Lord Lyle moves over, takes it on the near side. Lyle now being pressured by Watkins. What a hook there by Joe Watkins. The ball is left behind, picked up by Ernesto Natividad. Ernesto tapping it now, working out to the right. Lord Lyle trying to lay a hook on him, can't get it done. Natividad there for Safuni. Nick Safuni takes that ball up and over the midfield line. Nice defensive effort there by Pascarella. Paige Boone on the near side. Now Lord Lyle. Boone and Lyle working downfield. Lord Lyle not able to make contact. Ernesto Natividad sends a big ball out to the left, working towards the corner there. Paige Boone moving over, trying to keep Lyle out of the picture. On the play, the number 3, Tony Vita. Vita working around to the right. Tony Vita tapping forward, working along that line there. The ball's left behind and picked up by Lord Lyle. Lyle in some traffic. Lord Lyle down towards the goal. Tony Vita trying to help that ball across the line. Now Pascarella, and we've got a whistle. Nick Sifuni on the play. Nick looking downfield, trying to decide where he's going to go. He's got a wide open Joe Watkins out in front. Watkins moving over. Natividad says, I got this one. Natividad avoids the hook. Off and running. Ernesto Natividad working downfield. Vita coming back to put some pressure. Bad bounce there off of Pony's hoof, and Watkins clears. It's now Lord Lyle. Lyle for the Ardens team working down along the boards there. Lord Lyle looking downfield. Nice little turn there by the number 4 in purple. Pascarella moving out in front. Tony Vita takes control, works it up and over the midfield line. Paige Boone out in front. Nick Sifuni right behind him. Vita working through traffic. Tony Vita working north down the field. Tony Vita going to goal once again. Can he do it? Tony Vita right on through for a goal. Teams are lined up, balls on the ground. Chukker number 2 is underway out of the throw-in there. Nick Sifuni for the Citizens team. Sifuni drags that ball around, looking downfield, trying to find a little bit of a clearing here. Sifuni on the play. Nick Sifuni, the number 4 there in the tan and green. Sifuni, nice little pass out. Sifuni to Watkins. Ball's picked up by Pascarella on the near side. Joe Watkins. Watkins, nice little pickup there by the number 1 for the Citizens team. Now Vita on the play. Sifuni trying to take it around, backed up by Natividad. Ernesto trying to work that ball back down towards the goal. Lord Lyle all over the play now. Watkins moving towards the goal. That ball, maybe in a safety scenario, they let us know that the ball's touched a defending player last. Either way, they let us know the ball had gone wide that time. The ball's knocked back into play by the team in purple. Sifuni coming down the line here. Nick Sifuni trying to take control there. Pascarella there with Sifuni, leaves the ball behind. Lord Lyle there to back him up. Lyle off and running, being chased down by Paige Boone. Boone reaches down, looking for near side back shot. Doesn't find the opportunity she's looking for. It's Lord Lyle back on the play. Nice little neck shot there by Lord Lyle, working towards the goal there. Pascarella trying to get on the play. Paige Boone, what a nice defensive effort there by Paige Boone to back that ball out of the danger zone there. Back on the play though, Rutrow. That's Tony Vita. Vita trying to tap through traffic. Whistle sound stopping the action here early. Arden's Jewelers. Vita lines up, sends it along the ground, right on through for a goal here. Teams are lined up back at the midfield line. Ball's back in play. Out of the throw-in, Vita. Wide open back shot there, taken over by Sifuni, Nick Sifuni, the number 4 for the Citizens team. Sifuni pulled a little 180 there, trying to work around Lord Lyle. Sifuni off and running. Nick Sifuni, a nice pass down the line for Paige Boone. That ball ricochets away. Nick Sifuni on the play. Sifuni's shot on goal. Will it go? It will go wide of the goal off end of the field. Tony Vita working the ball from the back line. Vita, big windup, sends a little worm burner along the ground, looking for a purple jersey. Lord Lyle trying to hang back there. Pascarella rather. Now Nick Sifuni on the play for Citizens. Sifuni taking a big bump there. What a play. Jason Pascarella on the play for Arden's, working north. Nicely hit ball. Jason Pascarella going to goal. Paige Boone coming in to play a little defense. Nice defensive effort by Paige. Sifuni not able to take control. Lord Lyle. 3.5 minutes left to play here in Chukker number 2. The ball's back in play out of the throw-in. Tony Vita working south towards the goal. Natividad back to defend. Tony Vita right in front of the goal. Will it carry across? Tony Vita puts it right on through. Actions as they do following every goal to compensate for wind, sun, and field conditions. No doubt the wind could be an obvious advantage here today. The wind is picked up and nice little breeze, but that does affect the movement of the ball out there. Reaching down, big neck shot there by Tony Vita, sending Lord Lyle on his way. Nick Sifuni trying to chase the number 4 down there. Lord Lyle working down towards the goal. Sifuni caught a piece of his mallet there for a second. Nick Sifuni backing that ball out of the danger zone there. Watkins trying to help the ball along now. Natividad, Ernesto. Now Paige Boone trying to take control. Watkins moving in on the play now. Joe Watkins take control, trying to tap through some traffic there. Now Ernesto Natividad. To group effort here by the Citizens team, working the ball down the field. Ernesto Natividad on the play, backed up by Paige Boone. Sifuni all the way in the back. Watkins out to the left there. Ernesto Natividad, angled shot, trying to find a little bit of a better angle to work down towards the goal, back to defend. Tony Vita. Vita working it around the long way on the near side, now on the right side of his pony. Tony Vita sending that ball slamming into the boards there on the east side of the field, following up the play. Tony Vita now a centering pass there up and over the heads of the entire pack. On the play, Nick Sifuni. Sifuni, a little bit of a back shot there out of Sifuni, picked up by Natividad. Alejandro coming through. Whisk out there and tee the ball up just how they like it. It's Tony Vita here. Vita winds up, sends it along the ground, wide of the goal. The ball's kept in play there by Lord Lyle. Now down in front of the goal, Sifuni. Penalty 2 here called on the last play from the point of the infraction. Tony Vita. Vita, a little half swing, maybe a quarter swing even, sends that ball right between the goalposts. Plenty of time for these guys to get that ball back into play. These teams lining up on the umpires. Ball's back in play, rolls about halfway through the pack. Picked up there, Tony Vita trying to get his mallet on the ball. Ernesto Natividad trying to keep his mallet away from the ball. Hey, teams will line up on the umpires. Ball's back in play, out of the throw-in. Who's it gonna be? Looks like Sifuni trying to get on it instead. Vita, Tony Vita running south. Watkins trying to chase him down. Vita going to goal once again. Tony Vita on down towards the goal. Now through it, Tony Vita.